Hello again. We're still reading Catherine's journal, but this should be the last video in which I'm doing that. So skip to the next video if you don't want to hear me read the journal. My rare encounters with those who say they follow Gehn have been discouraging. I have hoped to have some communication with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. But I have heard news of some of the villagers' beliefs regarding Gehn. Soon after we trapped Gehn on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible for the daggers, placing them around the island as a reminder of their failure. In the village circles it is told that this was a punitive act performed by Gehn to mark the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, if they have proven their devotion to him, they will be delivered into a new and better existence. I will continue to try to reach them. The door is open. Gehn is free! Gehn has the ability to create working books. In fact, he had written one age before I arrived, but has kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware, until now. I'm not sure, perhaps he has written others. Other news. A few years ago, before the moiety were forced into hiding, one of them managed to steal what appeared to be a test book that Gehn had intended to destroy. It had been partially written, but did not work. They didn't tell me about it until now because they thought it was useless. Back then, none of Gehn's books worked, but instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven forest and proceeded to examine a cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes, to heal his book's inherent flaws. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. At last, however, he finished his work and was finally able to link to an age, but he kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, belligerent pride, he has made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that he is using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Perhaps he meant to lure us into using the books in the domes. He can't believe that we would blindly swallow this suicidal bait. But he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen, burnt book. There is a possibility of... Have read burnt book. Age it describes would be unsuitable as new home for the moiety, must be modified. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once open, we can power the burnt book. I do not think Gehn will interfere. He will leave the bait. Have begun writing the moiety's age. Now must acquire second book from Gehn. There is tension. A strain blurs my vision, and nightmares. Neela and Etty stay close. Much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We have stolen another book, but I'm concerned. Gehn will miss it. We have also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but we have not discovered the method for powering them. By powering our burnt book with Gehn's domes, we will be able to link to this age, but we will only have access to the domes for a short of time, before we are discovered. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway image of Gehn's books and our burnt book all seem to share the same sickness. If they are not powered, the images are black. It might be possible to clear the vision with only will-write substance into moiety age. All is ready. Now all we can do is wait for word from the moieteresque, who are on the lookout for Gehn to power and use the domes. When he does, we will have access to one of Gehn's domes just long enough. After linking to the age which I have written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine and adapt it. Lying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return the Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gehn's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like Atreus. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares. The fissure, like a great wound, is opened. It stains the riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so loud. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It is the fulfillment of their prophecy. But they are also fearful and tense. I don't know what they would think or do if I fail. It is done! It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's all still a dream. We have already evacuated all of the moiety into this new age. It is beautiful, and I am pleased. At last my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the Blair sky, unafraid and dazzled by their freedom. They are happy. They have named it Tay. There is still much work to be done. We are not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard this place is to destroy the book which links here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. I share their hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection. But for their sake, it must be done. I am anxious to know if our activities have aroused Gehn's suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Even so, I feel that now we are impregnable. Tomorrow, I will return to Riven to see Gehn's reaction for myself. But tonight, I finally rest. And then she was captured by Gehn. Okay, so now we have finally finished reading this journal. Very long, hard to read handwriting as well. So, next time we will continue and return to Riven.